welcome to Live at 5. My name is Matt Roden.
Hey, I'm Andy Lefkowitz.
And it's Thursday, right? Thursday?
It sure
Thursday
is
September
Thursday.
14th, 2017. And
Yes.
today on Live at 5, we have a lot of news, but even better than that is someone who, I don't know how to explain how excited I am about this person. But he's from Hamilton. He's in Hamilton now. He was in Shrek, and he was in Passing Strange. All the things. Daniel Breaker's here.
Yes.
Very excited about that.
What might you call the room today?
The room where it happens. I was
Perhaps.
it's happening,
Perhaps.
But it's
okay.
fine.
All right.
Andy.
Yeah.
Fill me in.
All right,
What's going on?
So Frozen, a new Broadway musical, opens out of town tonight in Denver at the Denver Center for Performing Arts. We have some first look production photos from Frozen on the site. And Frozen will be coming to Broadway's St. James Theater on February 22nd.
I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm so pumped. We have Casey Levy as Elsa and Patty Murin as Anna.
Listen to me.
Excited.
I've been waiting for a Casey Levy to come back. I've been waiting for Patty Murin to come back.
Oh my God.
I'm not going to lie and say that I didn't watch the bootleg of her changing her costume, and I just about fell over. So I'm very excited about it.
I'm so pumped about it.
Yeah. Speaking of witches.
Yeah, speaking of witches. Well, we're not at that news yet.
Oh, where are we over here? Oh, sorry.
Later,
yeah, which news later?
Which news are you reading? I don't know. Okay.
Best Live at 5
I know.
ever!
Love it. So actually, we have some new casting at Broadway's The Play That Goes Wrong. The West End cast is going to leave the production on September 17th. And coming into the Lyceum Theater will be stars including Mark Evans, Akron Watson, Ashley Bryant, Alex Mandel, and Harrison Unger.
It's very exciting.
Yes.
Mark Evans was on Live at 5 a couple weeks ago.
He was in Paper Mill Playhouse's production of Mary Poppins.
That is correct.
Yes.
I love this play. I love The Play That Goes Wrong.
It's such a riot.
And I'm very glad that they're bringing in a second cast, because it means that they can keep running.
And actually, with something that's kind of cool, The Play That Goes Wrong is now the longest running play currently on Broadway.
What?
Yes, Play That Goes Wrong.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Wow,
Yes.
look at that. Well, because I guess it opened before Doll's House.
It sure did, yeah.
I'm into it. Okay,
Indeed.
more news.
Yes.
The Torch Song Revival, has they even started
They
previews?
haven't even started previews.
Of course they haven't started previews. They extended. So they're going to be running through December 3rd at second stage. Previews start on September 26th. And they open on October 19th.
Starring
Nope, that's not his name.
Close.
Michael Urie.
Yes,
and Mercedes Rule, who we did fall preview with.
Yeah,
they came in and did a photo
yes.
shoot. I love them.
Indeed.
West End's adaptation of, this is a fun one, The Exorcist is happening. Adam Garcia, who was the original Fiyero in London's Wicked, will play Father Damien Karras. I don't remember all the characters. But
the Exorcist.
He's like he's the guy. He's the guy. And it will also star Jenny Seagrove as Chris MacNeil and Peter Bowles as Father Lancaster Marin, apparently. And we'll play the Phoenix Theater for a run from October 20th through March 10th.
Indeed. The Falsettos revival, which was filmed for PBS,
I can't even begin to talk about that. Yeah.
Was filmed for PBS. We have a release date. Falsettos will appear on PBS on October 27th.
This is what I'm doing for Halloween.
Yes.
This is my new Halloween plans.
Dude, I can't wait.
I'm dressing up as Stephanie J. Block.
Yeah, oh
and
my
I'm
God.
throwing
Dude,
at
you
PBS.
do that every day.
That is true. I do.
But you'll dress up as Trina.
Yeah,
so
right.
it'll be
exactly.
incredible.
Yeah.
I can't wait. Speaking of Stephanie J. Block.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yes,
okay,
there it is.
right.
There it is.
So we have new Alphabet casting on the Wicked National Tour. Mary-Kate Morrissey is going to join the cast in the Cincinnati stop at the Aronoff Center starting on September 26th. She'll co-star with Gina Claire Mason as Glinda.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fun fact about Mary.
No way, man.
Mary-Kate Morrissey, when she went on tour, I think she was the alternate. Like, I think when she first went on tour, she was either the understudy or the alternate. Right. And then she left the production for a while and was like, she did Joan of Arc at the Public.
The Public.
And now she's back and she's like playing the role.
is
That's
so
very nice. I
awesome.
like hearing those stories. That makes me very happy.
That's really exciting.
Speaking of exciting stories that make me happy, Broadway choreographers created these like touchdown dances for NFL players in this new video that's on our website. Josh Bergasse choreographed Charlie and Chocolate Factory, Kelly Devine, who did Come From Away, and Mandy Moore, of course, of La La Land and Dancing with the Stars and all those things. They choreographed little like touchdown dances for NFL players. It's very cute.
It's very cute. It's
very
fun.
cute,
And
yes.
they're fun dancers showing it off.
Speaking of amazing videos, Laura
Yes.
Osnes came to the studio and she premiered this sort of big band version of the like the big. I don't want to like ruin the show, but like it's closing in 4 days, so it might be too late. But anyway, it is. It's the Showstopper Welcome Home, and we filmed it here, and she sounds amazing. And they run, like I just said, through September 17th.
January 7th. Does it say January and it's September?
Yes.
Wouldn't that be great though if it were January?
I was like
17th?
honestly blessed. I'm like, what do I not know? I would be happy they're running through
Go
September.
see Bandstand, y'all.
Yes, go see Bandstand if you haven't.
Yes.
That's all the
That's all.
news. I feel like that's. You have anything else you want to say, Andy?
I have nothing else except for the fact that we have Daniel Breaker here in a couple minutes.
I can't wait. We'll be right back. See you in a second.
I'm past patiently waiting, I'm passionately smashing every expectation, every action's an act of creation. I'm laughing in the face of casualties of sorrow. For the first time I'm thinking past tomorrow. And I am not throwing away my shot. I am not throwing away my shot. And it will just like my country, I'm young, scrappy and hungry, and I'm not throwing away my shot. We gon' rise up, time to take a shot. We gon' rise up, time to take a shot. We gon' rise up, rise up. It's time to take a shot. Rise up, rise up. It's time to take a shot. Rise up. It's time to take a shot. Rise up. Take a shot. 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 It's time to take a shot. Time to take a shot. And I am not throwing away my shots.
Joining me now is a Tony Award nominee, Drama Desk nominee, Obie Award winner. You may have seen him in Passing Strange. I was required to watch that when I was in college, and it was on Netflix then, and it's not anymore, which is kind of devastating. He's also was in Shrek the Musical, and now he's starring in Hamilton 8 times a week as Burr. He doesn't care about not wearing white after Labor Days. Ladies and gentlemen, Daniel Breaker's here. Woohoo! Really, really enthusiastic studio audience today, as you can see.
Oh, small house.
What's going on, dude?
Oh, nothing much. Just enjoying life.
I mean, you are in like this summer moment right now.
I'm trying to pretend that it's still the summertime.
I believe.
Though I love the fall. I love the fall, but I'm just trying to sort of bask in the last of the.
You're like really trying to
just sort of stretch it out a little bit. It's hot out.
I would say it's actually nice today. It's nice, like actually in a warm day.
Yeah.
How's it going over at the Richard Rogers?
It's going well. It's going well. I think I'm in my I'm in my third week now.
On the B-Way.
Yes, on the B-Way. I was in Chicago.
Right.
Took a week and a half off, and then breezed in and joined the company here.
How was Chicago?
Chicago was great. I'm an Army brat, so I spent a little time in Illinois, so it was sort of nice to go back to that area. It was nice to be in Chicago. I ate quite a bit of food.
Did you eat deep dish pizza?
I didn't eat a lot of deep dish pizzas. There was a lot. The food scene there is pretty remarkable.
Well, it's amazing. I mean, that's my hometown, so
okay.
That's why I was so happy.
I did some Lou Malnati's. I did some Giordano's,
Great.
but then I went heavy into like all the other stuff that they have to offer.
There's so much good food there.
Oof, a little too much good food. I mean, it's like I had to stop it.
So you've only been in the Broadway production for 3 weeks.
Yes.
I mean, have you noticed any kind of difference between a Chicago audience and a New York audience?
Yeah, I mean, I think the difference is, well, first off, the size. The audience it's a bigger theater there, and just the feel. The Chicago feel is going to be slightly different than the New York feel. Just like any casts or actors are going to be different. They're all, both of them, the audiences are truly passionate about the show.
Yeah.
Because you have a group of people that come to see the show that have spent a lot of money, a lot of time, maybe some money that they really shouldn't be spending to come see the show. So everybody is really excited. Even that group of people that are skeptical of like, prove it, and by the end of the show they're like, oh my God, they're weeping.
Yes.
So that's always a thrill, and it's also just like it's a fortunate opportunity to be in a show that that is a full house and it's standing room and people are dying to be a part of it and tend to see it. That's a lucky thing to have.
Was it something that you were excited to be a part of?
Yes. Yeah.
Did you? What was sort of your background with the show? Did you? I mean, obviously you heard about it because.
I heard about it and what was it? I was late into seeing the show. I didn't see it until like late fall. Still with the original cast.
Yeah.
And I was blown away by it. I mean, it is such a magnificent show on many different fronts.
Yes.
I mean, be it the lyrics, the music, the acting, the movement,
all
the costumes, the set. I mean, it is one of those things where all of these great elements come together.
They all elevate each other.
Yes. Yeah. And that's also what's fun about it, just being backstage and watching the show is that there are days when I'm just going to watch these dancers and just like see how they tell the story, or I'm going to enjoy the music today, or it's like, so that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, so I saw it back in like November, and then I became obsessed with it, just like everybody else. I mean, it just stuck with me, and then I took I have 2 kids.
I was going to say, have they seen?
Yeah, Rory, the older one, the 9-year-old, he's seen it twice in New York, and then he's seen it twice with me.
Okay, so he saw
Chicago.
It twice before you were
before I was a part of it.
In New York.
Then he saw it twice in Chicago.
With you.
And then he saw my first show here, and he's very proud. And like every time it's like every time I say, hey, we're gonna go see the show, he's like, okay, I need an outfit. So he rolled in with a blue velvet suit for my first show. It's like that's my boy.
Classy.
That's my boy.
Look at see.
Yeah.
You set the example.
I've taught him well.
But this is not the first like genius piece of theater you've been a part of.
Ooh.
Like how about that segue?
Genius
Did
piece
you like
of theater.
that?
I like that.
Right, but it's true. Like I mean, when I think of something like Passing Strange and arguably Shrek, I do believe Shrek too, but people, I think, sort of acclaim Passing Strange as truly a brilliant piece of artwork.
Yeah.
What is the difference between? I mean, obviously, I'd love to hear you talk about sort of comparing each one, but also like you originated a role in Passing Strange, and now you're having to sort of take on something that other people have done before.
Yes.
What's the difference, and how does it differentiate?
Well, the difference, I mean, taking on a role that has been done before on certain shows could be fairly difficult because depending on if the creative team wants you to do it exactly as it has been done.
Hit 3,
before.
hit 7.
And there's a little bit of that of like, just blocking where to go on the show. But this show celebrates the individual that steps into that role.
It's a great way to say it, yeah.
Which I think is why there are so many repeat offenders coming to see the show, which is why people should see the Broadway production. They should also see the Chicago production. They should also see the tour. They should also see the London,
Yeah.
And maybe when it goes to Dubai
because they're different. Because they really are different.
Yeah.
Wherever it goes,
yes.
all over the map.
Hamilton, Dubai.
Yes. Hamilton, Antarctica.
So that has been it's been really lovely to be able to just really bring my own sort of feel to the part. So it doesn't. So to a certain extent, I don't feel like I'm stepping into the role.
That's great.
I get to enjoy the feeling of creating
the newness.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
That is exactly what that is.
I just think it's so exciting that this show has been able, like you said, to sort of celebrate individuals, and every single production and everyone who takes it on is completely different.
Yeah.
What has your approach been to coming into Burr?
To Burr, my Burr.
Yeah, tell me about your Burr.
I mean, I think as a there's a lot of fun in playing a villain, and I love. I thoroughly enjoy sort of the charm of Burr.
Yeah.
Much like Iago or sort of our other our sort of famous villains in theater. So I love playing him as a somewhat charming individual, so that the descent to the end of the show is just greater.
Yeah.
And again, it changes now that I'm in a different cast, so it'll be interesting to see how this one morphs with as Javi and I sort of gel. But I think what I love about the Burr-Hamilton relationship is that it was a friendship at first, and so to watch a friendship fall apart is, I think it's like just good theater. You know, that seems like a lot of fun to play with.
Yeah.
So to deepen that relationship with these two guys early on, and that bond of members of a revolution, and to watch where it just fragments, where that's a real thrill.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
To be a part of that and like be in that every single night. And
Yeah.
like that's like good, you know what I mean? Like you can really sink your teeth into it.
Yeah.
Before we get to questions, last week Michael Friedman tragically passed away at 41, and I know you got to work on Love's Labor's Lost with him.
Yeah.
Could you I would love for you to talk just about your experience with him, or if you have a memory of him, just because I think putting positive energy out in the world about him is good.
Yeah, I think everybody is still trying to deal with that information and that news. I mean, it caught everybody by surprise. I mean, even his closest friends were really thrown by that. And it's a tragic loss. And he was a wild child. I mean, he was his. I don't know where how he got the energy to sort of create and move through ideas and on a regular basis. Like he had a wild mind, and was just like painfully intelligent. And watching him sort of throw ideas out with Alex Timbers and other creatives on the show, and was always a thrill, and but also a little dangerous. A little moments of like, are mom and dad fighting? I don't know, but it was, he was like a singular talent, and like an artist at his truest form, of trying to a person trying to put art out in the world requires so much effort, and he was up for it. He was up for the challenge.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
Let us take questions from the peeps on the Book of Faces.
Oh, this is fun. Here we go.
Alec Black, you got a favorite Shrek memory?
Favorite
There's a lot
Shrek
of
movie, a memory. I mean, they're all linked to Brian Darcy James. I mean, we had, man, oh man, we had so much fun on that show.
Yeah.
I mean, he would, we just had a great time, just sort of messing with each other.
I was gonna say, did you guys like?
We messed with each other a lot during that show, like stepping on each other's foot on stage.
Yeah.
Really didn't need to.
All the
mouthing
things.
each other's words as they're speaking. Just like a lot of a lot of personal space.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
Paul, our editor-in-chief, who is in Denver right now, says he's a big fan of the performers on Broadway. He said your porn passed.
Yes, yeah.
Did you have a hard time keeping a straight face on stage with that cast?
Yes, I mean that was a free for all on that show, and like everybody is a comic genius in their own respect.
Yes.
I mean, like that was Henry Winkler, Jenny Barber was just ridiculous with her fake chest and all that was going on there. Ari Grainer. I mean, like it's just like the whole group was
good squad. David says you're an amazing cook.
Yes.
Is that like you're a?
I like to cook, and
do you have like a signature dish?
I don't know if I have a signature. I will say in my bag on ice are 7 pounds of lobster meat, because I'm making lobster rolls for the cast post show tonight.
I mean, like who's better than
you?
So
that's over there.
So David said, any plans for a cookbook?
There's talk of a cooking show. And there's also, we're toying with the idea of like some type of restaurant, like that's the beginning stage of it.
Yes,
but
please.
It'd be great to maybe like we're floating ideas of like some places that would be.
Anything you need to promote, you come
Right,
come to Broadway.com. We got you. This is an interesting question. Corey Hopkins, what are the biggest differences between the Private Bank and the Richard Rodgers?
Private Bank Theater is up. Like it's big and it's up.
Yeah.
So the acting has to just sort of adjust a bit more. Richard Rodgers is wide, so it's more it's the acting sort of has to have a wider periphery. The sound is a little different. I'm still sort of like I can't really tell what the difference is yet, but the sound is very interesting.
Yeah. When you were playing Doggy and Shrek, did you get a chance to talk with or meet the man himself, Eddie Murphy?
No, he didn't come to the show. So I didn't meet Eddie Murphy. Everybody else came to the show.
What's up with that?
Yeah.
What's up with that? What's up with that?
Call me.
Have you talked to Lynn? Have you gotten to talk to Lynn?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Lynn was just passing through the building the other day, a few days ago. So we're always sort of crossing paths.
Wait a second, and Andy gave me a really fun fact and told me that in 2007,
yes,
when Passing Strange was like in like the Tony sort of beat, it was the same year that In the Heights.
Yeah, that's where we sort of first. I feel like we were. Like he was on the west side, we were on the east side, and we sort of we went to see his show, and they came to see our show. Yeah, that's where I sort of first met Lynn, and also Lynn presented me with. He introduced me for the Theater World Award when I first won that. Yeah. I guess you didn't know Lynn like from the beginning, but I always think I'm like, oh my God, people that are huge Hamilton fans don't even know about In the Heights, like don't even know. Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when you guys were sort of in that together. I'm just interested to know what that was like. Like, would you see him afar when you're like, that guy's got it. Like that guy's pretty smart. And did he see you and he was like, that guy's got it?
Yeah, I mean, it was. I would say it was a thrilling year that year for theater. I mean, that was what I considered a fairly diverse Broadway season, which we know sometimes Broadway season is not diverse in any way. But that was a great year of like our two shows. I would say like In the Heights was like the well-made musical. Ours was a more scrappy, scrappy musical. But then you also had like classics. I think like Kelly O'Hara was singing like Extraordinary Lines, like Somewhere Uptown.
Right.
So you had like a wide range of like old and new, and that was a great time to be around. And then when I saw that show, I was like, "Yep, that's pretty damn good."
It's pretty good. Robert, what does a show have to include for you to make you want to go and audition for that project? So I guess the question is, what when you're looking at projects, when you're looking at stuff, when you're seeing what's going on, what stuff gets you excited?
If it's a musical, the quality of music. The music has to sound like be something that I respond to.
Bottom line.
I feel like it's an easy answer. It's like if I emotionally respond to that, I'm interested.
Yeah.
And for plays, a character that is either that has some depth to it, or a part that I've never touched, like never been I've never done in my sort of limited career.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like what the idea is, like whatever is new territory is always a.
And I was gonna say you really have like spread the game. I mean, you've done I feel like you played like a donkey and you played like a young. You know what I mean? I just feel like
I think it's healthy to try to keep it as diverse and wide ranging as possible. Sometimes that is a hard thing to do, but fortunately we found a way to try to do it as much as possible.
Yeah. Lauren, she says, my dream miscast character is to be Donkey.
Ooh.
Who is your dream miscast character to portray? So I guess the question is like a character that you normally wouldn't portray. Who would it be?
That's tough.
That's tough. What about what's the I don't know. I'm just trying to lighten the piazza.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to go.
I would say thinking in the current show.
Okay.
I would say Eliza.
Yeah.
I think there's some meat on that role.
Yes, there is.
I would love to play that.
Yes.
There'd be some great stuff there.
Any dream roles just like in general, not miscast, I guess.
Dream roles, again, like things like whatever's new for me. I mean, I feel like I've never. Like in terms of plays, I'd like to sink my teeth into a Hamlet at some point.
You've done Shakespeare though, haven't you?
Yeah. So I sort of when I got out of college, I spent most of my time down at the Shakespeare Theater in D.C.
Right.
Sort of 5 years off and on down there. And when I got out of school, I thought like Juilliard doesn't have a musical theater program, and I always thought I was going to be doing classical plays. Like that was the thing that I thoroughly enjoyed. That was the world that I thought I was going to be in. Unfortunately, they don't pay that well.
No.
And like going back to Passing Strange, that show fell into my lap. I wasn't interested in doing musicals. I didn't really know anything about them.
Really?
That wasn't really I didn't feel like I had the confidence to have a singing voice, so that wasn't really my world.
And it just like happened.
Yeah, and it happened. It was a workshop of Passing Strange at Sundance Theater Lab. Back when there were white people in it. It was like me, Harriet Foy, Ewan Morton, who is playing the king right now.
Yes, wow.
He was,
full circle.
he was in the show. Emily Burgle. I mean,
oh my God.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah,
I mean, obviously, when you went to Juilliard, so you obviously had some idea that you were like, oh, I want to be an actor. That's what I want to pursue. But was that something your whole life that you knew you wanted to do?
My parents would probably say yes.
Okay.
But I feel like that was fairly late for me as something that I wanted to do. It wasn't until we moved from Illinois to Florida, where my parents are from. And I went to a magnet arts high school there.
Okay.
And that's when I got serious about it.
Yeah.
And one of my teachers says you should you should maybe pursue this. Like this might be something.
For real.
Yeah. And she told me you should audition for Juilliard. And I said, what is that? And she said, it's like Fame. It's like a movie Fame. It's like, great. So I'll be dancing on taxi cabs. That sounds like something I should do.
I'm in.
And then I got into that school, and like that was a.
I'm sure like
that was a real decision, and it was a hard program.
Yeah.
But it really asked the question of like, is this something you want to do? And here I am. It's
and
like,
here
yeah.
you are. Before we go, Reina de Jesus wanted to shout out. So shout out to Reina de Jesus.
Reina de Jesus, what's happening?
What's good, Reina de Jesus? She wanted a shout out, so there you go. I so appreciate you being here.
Oh, thank you.
I so appreciate you coming through, and I'm so excited that you're in like that's so cool.
Yeah, things
that
are
you're
looking
there.
good.
So if you haven't yet, if you can get a ticket, I mean, try to go and wait in line at the Richard Rogers.
Yeah.
But if you have a ticket,
yeah,
you're
beg,
gonna
borrow,
get to see this
steal
guy.
to get these tickets.
And also, if you like haven't watched Passing Strange on like YouTube yet or
Oh, yeah,
whatever,
watch that.
Yeah, watch that.
I feel like that's on YouTube sometimes. That's
Yes.
on HBO at one point. It was. Then it was on Netflix.
Is Shrek on Netflix still?
Shrek is still around, circling around.
It's still
somewhere.
around, but like both of those, like
Yeah, watch those.
they're both worth watching. Like
Yeah.
they're both very very good. Kind of required watching.
Yeah, I would agree.
As well as Hamilton.
Yes.
I'm sure.
Lots of required watching.
I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you guys. We'll be back tomorrow for more Live at 5. See you later.
Bye.